I'm Dom here from Country Chat with Dom as part of UK Country Radio Country Calling. I'm joined by Jordan Harvey. Hi, mate. How are you doing?
I'm good, mate. How are you?
I'm living the dream. It's been such a great festival so far. You just arrived here ready for your performance later on. You excited?
Very excited, mate. Very, very excited. And even more excited that it's not blistering sunshine.
I know. Yesterday it was just insanely hot. It was so humid. It was so thick. And it was crazy. And there's a lot more overcast today. So it's a bit chilly. It's still warm, but not as warm.
Not as warm.
In terms of obviously coming from South Queensway up in Scotland, Queensferry in Scotland. Sorry, coming down here and obviously traveling the world and being an incredible artist such as yourself. I mean, Ghost is such an incredible song. It's one of those songs that saw all the trailers and stuff in February, it was one of those songs that just I really resonated with.
Oh, the song Ghost?
Ghost, yeah.
Yeah, mate, that's actually, it's going to be out on, not this record, I actually have a record, it's a very upbeat record coming out in October of this year.
Yeah.
And I think that's the most upbeat, because I've always been an upbeat artist.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? If you listen to like the project of music I've put out, even if it's like a sad song, it's still very happy. But it's been a turbulent couple of years for me as a human being. And I think that when you're in that situation, you have two options.
Yeah.
You either kind of go into your shell, which I kind of did, and then I started to write about it.
Yeah.
And then you get very apprehensive about whether or not you're going to share that.
Yeah.
And then I feel like it becomes a point that you have to share it because it's people like yourself that can resonate with it.
Yeah.
You know, even if we're maybe not going through the same issues in life, you know, because everyone goes through issues. You know what I mean? I'm
Exactly.
a very, very happy guy for anyone that knows me. I'm a very optimistic person.
I mean, the pink hat says it all, really.
Yeah, exactly. New brand coming in November. But I feel like there's a side to every human that everyone faces struggle.
Yeah, yeah.
And that song really is a real deep moment for me. I think that's going to be, you know, touch wood, I think that's going to be a big song for me.
Yeah.
I'm saying it now.
I mean, I can already tell. It's the reason why my next question was going to be, when are we going to actually hear the full thing? Because we've heard little tiny clips. Here and there, but when is the official album launch? Album launch then?
Yeah. So how that all came about, actually, I wasn't planning on leaking that song at all, or even say leaking, it was not leaking, but like I wasn't planning on posting that song at all, because I'm very precious about that song. But member of my team had submitted that song to American Songwriter.
Yep.
And it became a semi-finalist, which is kind of crazy because there's hundreds of thousands of songs that get submitted to this.
Yeah.
It became a semi-finalist, and a lot of people inside American Songwriter loved that song.
Yeah.
And, you know, member of my team at the time said, we really need you to post this because it's part of the competition.
Mm-hmm. So you got to kind of keep things under wraps until it gets all
announced.
And like,
you know, I just kind of was in my house that day, so I did a little video of me walking around my house and posted it. But the cool thing is, like, I have a whole vision that I want to bring to life for that song.
Yeah.
And it's actually extremely inspired by an artist that I'm extremely inspired by, who's not in the country space, by an artist called Ren.
Yes, I love Ren is such an incredible song.
Phenomenal. That man is just an absolute genius.
And then there's this song he's got about his friend on the bridge.
Yes.
And songs like that. I mean, I suffer with depression and anxiety.
Yes, and same too. You know, I think that it's one of those things that he is such a... Because the great thing about Ren is artistically he's so incredible.
Yeah.
But he's also very willing to share that. And that's a really hard thing for any artist to do, by the way.
Exactly.
Is to share what they're going through. And obviously he has his health issues with Lyme's disease and everything else that he's going through. And to publicly share that, no artist ever goes... Like, it's really strange because when you write a song in a room, let's just say, for example, in Nashville, and you write a hook and it's quote-unquote ready for country radio, you're kind of writing that going, oh, I'm writing this for the media. I'm writing this for the masses.
Yeah.
And he never did that. He wrote songs from a place and people have connected.
Yeah, exactly.
And that is just the most incredible art that you can ask for.
I mean, in terms of songwriting and stuff, it's all about the story. It's a lot of stories, whether it's fact or fiction, whether it's, you know, it could be anything, and it's got to come from somewhere.
Yeah.
And to take those raw emotions. I mean, I talk about depression and stuff on my podcast all the time.
Thank you.
Because not many people talk about it. Everybody wants this toxic positivity. Everything's got to be fine.
Yeah.
Snap out of it, you know, chill out, look happy, you know, be happy. And it's not the case. It is not.
Nah, it's not the
life
case,
is.
mate. And I think as well, like, depression is... I definitely deal with... I don't know if I necessarily personally deal with depression, but I definitely deal with high level of anxiety.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're intertwined in some way. But what I've kind of taken upon myself is when I was on tour and I was touring really heavily through 2023 to the beginning of 24, I had to take a break.
Yeah.
For myself. And what I discovered in that year was I started to fall in love with fitness. I started to fall in love with healthy eating. You know, I was a lot more deliberate with my family time.
It's about yourself and your own well-being.
Exactly. I wasn't going out and drinking as much, and what that kind of showed me was a completely different side of life.
Yeah.
But what was really crazy is, like, when I was on tour, I was drinking a lot, and you know, never had a drink issue, thankfully. But I was drinking a lot. But when I cut back on the alcohol, that's when I wrote my darkest stuff. Yeah. When I had the clearest head, because I was like, oh my God, you know, when you get drunk or you drink, you feel it in the moment, but you forget it the next day.
Yeah, exactly.
And when I did stop and I, you know, stopped drinking, I mean, I drink now. You know,
it's almost like the fog's lifted, but you can see everything.
And it all happened this next record. So I've got, I had Hearts on Fire just drop yesterday.
Yeah.
And so far I've had the biggest streaming day.
Look at that.
Which has been great.
Top man.
Since Along for the Ride, which is crazy. And now I actually started a record label with The Orchard, which is a subdivision of Sony.
Yeah.
Because I really wanted to, you know, craft my own lane. And sonically, I live in this world where it's like pop and country. It's super in between both, and I want to pay diligence to both genres. But I have an EP coming out in October, which is going to consist of 5 songs. What Do You Know? Hearts on Fire. There's a song called Take You Home coming out. There's a song that I released last year called This Is What It Feels Like. And then there's going to be a song called Single at the same time.
Yeah.
And then next year, we're going to do another record. And that is by far the most deep and meaningful record I've ever done.
Oh, that's amazing. Looking forward to watching you perform on stage. And
Thank
it's been a pleasure having you here on
Absolutely,
UKCountry.com and Country Chat with Dom.
Appreciate it, mate. Thank you.
Everybody, Jordan Harvey.
Cheers. Thank you.